Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today, first of all, okay, so in the back is my ring light. I didn't want y'all to be confused on what that spinning light was, but yeah. I know I look crazy. I know y'all are probably like, what is going on? Y'all, I'm about to do my wash day routine, and I'm gonna film that too, and I'm gonna show y'all my curly hair routine too. So that's gonna be after this video, but right now I just wanted to make a quick little sit down video and talk about how to be alone but not lonely. Coming from a typical loner, I guess, I don't know, like, I have friends, I've always had friends, but I've always enjoyed being alone, and I always feel not best because I enjoy my time with my friends, but I definitely enjoy my alone time. So I'm gonna teach y'all or give y'all tips on how to be alone and not lonely, and be alone productively and not depressed in your room and, you know, worried about bad things, doubting yourself, whatever y'all are trying to run away from. We're gonna talk about it. Another reason that I like making content and like making YouTube videos is because I grew up an only child. So the internet is kind of my safe space. The internet is kind of where I talk, but like, if it like I don't know how to explain it. Like, for me, posting on social media is like, if it apply, it apply. If it don't, let it fly. Like, I feel like when I'm talking to social media, I'm not talking to a direct person. I feel like I'm more talking to myself. The first thing I want to touch on is self-understanding. You have to become your best friend. You have to know what you like. You have to know what kind of music you like, what kind of activities you like, you know, things that you like personally, not with your friends, not with your man, not with your mom likes, not with your dad. Like, when you are sitting in your room and you're like, I want to do something, I don't want to scroll on my phone, I feel like doing something, but I have nobody to do anything with. What do you want to do? You can't always do it by yourself. Of course, it's great to have people doing things that you like to do, but it's great to do it by yourself too, because you're going to genuinely enjoy it the way you want to enjoy it. Have you ever wanted to do something so bad and you and your friend did it, but it wasn't hitting how you thought it was going to hit? If you do it by yourself, it's going to hit 10 times harder because you're doing it exactly how you want to do it. My second tip on how to be alone but not lonely is journaling and gratitude. Being grateful for whatever. Like, when I tell you, like, gratitude has no limit. Gratitude has no starting point. Like, gratitude, you can literally be grateful for anything. You could be grateful that you're literally breathing right now without any help. You can be grateful that you're able to watch this video. Like, I know there's a bunch of things to not be grateful for, especially in the world, in the economy that we live in, but there is a bunch of things to be grateful for. And yeah, and I feel like it kind of starts there. Like, when you realize that you're grateful and you're by yourself and you're just sitting in your grace, like, it really hits different because you doing it for you. Journaling has helped me tremendously ever since I was, what, 14. I've been journaling. So journaling really helps you understand yourself, understand what you want, just plan or just reflect on the past, reflect on your childhood. Anything that comes up when you're alone and you don't like it, write it down. The emotions that you feeling when you're alone, that you don't like it, that you feel lonely, write it down. And even you feeling lonely, write it down and talk about it to yourself. Ask yourself questions. If you don't have any questions to ask yourself, look up journal prompts. It's on every social media platform, I'm pretty sure. So it's a bunch of different ways to talk about your feelings. Even if you don't want to talk about your feelings, make up a story, talk about your future, talk about anything. Just get it out there. And with journaling, I feel like mirror work goes hand in hand, like talking to yourself. And I honestly, when I feel lonely, I definitely do recommend mirror work, because it reminds you, like, yeah, you're alone, but you're not alone. When you're not looking at a person, or when you're not looking at yourself, you can feel more lonely than if you were sitting in front of yourself, you know, talking about how you feel, talking about your day, talking about your past, talking about your future. All of it, it just feels better when you can actually see yourself. and it honestly makes you understand yourself more. So that's something I suggest. The next thing on my list for how to be alone but not lonely is finding God, working on your religion. And me, I'm not religious in that sense. I'm more spiritual, I guess, but for me, it would be working on my self concept. If you're in a manifestation community, in a law of assumption community, work on your self concept. There is no reason you should be feeling alone. And if you're religious and you believe in a God, work on your relationship with God. That's a lone role. Your religion and your self concept, that is a alone thing, you know, something that you work on in the privacy of your home when you're comfortable. If you aren't religious and if you don't know what self concept is, if you aren't in a if you aren't a manifester or whatever, a conscious manifester, because we're all manifesting, but if you don't know like your religious side or your spiritual side, I honestly suggest tapping into it. That might be one of the main reasons you feel lonely, because when you have religion and when you have like something internal, it clicks and it really removes a lonely feeling, honestly, because girl, I have not been lonely in decades. So that honestly helps with that feeling, and it helps with just overall life, period. So I will always suggest that, whether you feel lonely, whether you don't feel lonely, whether you're happy, sad, whatever spirit you're in, always work on your self-concept and always work on your relationship with God, because it genuinely improves your life. The next thing is to date yourself. Things that you want to do with a partner, things that you want a partner to buy for you, things that you just want out of a man or a woman, you do it for yourself. I promise it's going to feel so good, and you're always going to be fulfilled, and your standards are going to be higher, because you're like, okay, if I can do this for me, if I can provide this for me, if I can go on dinner dates by myself, if I can take myself here, if I can do this, if I can do this, you're not going to really be thinking about what if a man can, you know? Or if he can't, like, he just genuinely won't be in your standard. Create a routine. It doesn't have to be a daily routine. Like me, I don't really have a daily routine, but I do have things that I like to do sporadically out the day on an everyday basis. But find things that you like to do every single day, whether it's working out, whether it's your skincare, whatever it is, make it your you time and make it special to you. Create a routine with things that make you feel good and things that you like to do. Another one is working on your spaces and keeping your spaces clean and up to par, because I feel like when your space is nice, it dissolves depression and worry and anxiety. It just makes you feel so put together, especially if you work on your atmosphere, like decorate your room or whatever you have to do to do that, whether it's something little, whether it's organizing your phone or whatever. Do it. You know, any bit of control that you can have, take full control over your life. Something doesn't have to be the way somebody says it has to be. You can do whatever you want with whatever you want. My next one on how to be alone but not lonely is to stop people pleasing. I know this is a big thing for a lot of people, and I have dealt with people pleasing in my past, but this is something you can simply overcover. If you personally feel like you have people in your life, right, but you feel lonely, you feel like these people aren't good for you and they're not really adding quality to your life, and you feel alone with them and you feel anxious with them, and you just don't like the relationship at all, but you're constantly in the relationship, that is people pleasing. And I swear, cutting them off will make you feel so much better internally. It will leave you alone, but you're always alone. If you're with them and you feel alone, you're alone. If you're alone in your room and you're alone, you feel alone. So how about you just be alone and do things that are good for you, rather than people pleasing and being in people's face where you don't even feel the energy and you don't even feel the need to be there. You don't feel good being there, you know? So definitely cut off those people that don't provide any happiness and joy to your life, because if they're not providing that for your life, that's literally the basic thing that anybody can have. I'm not talking about material things. I'm not talking about anything physical. I'm talking about the emotion. If you do not feel this emotion of joy and you feel like this is just a waste of a relationship, and why are you in this relationship or a friendship, do it. It don't matter. My next one is just be so self-obsessed that it doesn't even matter to you what other people are doing, or you don't even think about other people. Like, that's how I am. Like, bro, I do not think about other people, and I do not be knowing. Like, when people say that they're thinking about me, or that like something about me, like, or even if people are talking about me, it's really like, whoa, it's really mind-blowing, because it's like, I don't even know that y'all are alive. Like, the only way I'm really thinking about people is if I'm like on Instagram and I see your story. Like, other than that, I'm not thinking about a damn thing. I'm just thinking about myself. So that's a good way also. And the last one is to stop questioning yourself. Be strong in your decisions. You don't need people's advice for different things. That's why you have your own mind. That's why you have your own brain. Trust yourself, and you will feel better about not asking for validation. So yeah, that was all my tips on how to be alone but not lonely. I know I went through my list kind of fast, but honestly, it's like, listen to it, repeat it in your head, understand it, and you got it. That's really it. Like, it's really nothing to it. It's joyous on this side when you're not people pleasing, when you're not worried about nobody else, when you just chilling by yourself and focus on you, girl. It's really tea over here. So yeah, you got this. If you like this video, like, comment, fucking subscribe. I definitely got some more videos coming out for y'all. Make sure y'all watch my next video of me doing my hair, because it's a shame y'all gotta see me like this.